Player 2 has joined the game.
Hey, yo, what's up, everybody, and welcome to episode 72 of the Two Player Co-op Podcast. As always, I'm one of your hosts here, Kevin, along with my brother from my mother, Sean.
How are we doing?
Very good. How are you doing today, sir? You had a busy weekend.
I had a weekend.
We're finally drinking beer again. Our month-long sabbatical is over with.
It's the second beer I've had.
That's only the second? Oh, you only had the one after the thing?
Last Monday, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, big weekend.
This is about my 8th, I think. Not today.
Made some notes. So got a lot of stuff to talk about today.
Music Fest.
Music Fest. First one on my list.
Oh, you got to move that like that.
Went to Beale St Music Fest. Went last year. I probably talked about it on the podcast.
You went all 3 days last year.
I went all 3 days. That was a thing.
You are a crazy person.
Unless there's just some lineup in the future that I can't miss, I'm not doing that again.
It would have to be like Friday John Mayer, Saturday Dave
Metallica.
Matthews, and Sunday OAR for me to go. And even then, I'd be like, maybe I can just do 2 of the 3.
So last year I said I'm just going to pick one day that looks the best and make a day out of it. Unfortunately, I mean, it's not a huge deal, but to me, the best day was Friday, which is only a half day. It doesn't even start until like that evening.
Oh, really?
So I would have liked to have, if everybody I wanted to see was on Saturday, that would have been more fun because Saturday is like a full day.
Right.
Like it starts at noon or 1. I don't know. It starts early. But I went Friday. A lot of bands that I wanted to see, but they just overlap and you can't see them all.
Who did you see?
We saw Taking Back Sunday, Sum 41, Jimmy Eat World, and Snoop.
I thought about trying to do the beatbox, and then I was like, I'm not going to ruin it because you're nailing that note, so I'm just going to go with it.
But then who else was there? MGMT was there that I wanted to see. Group Love was there that I wanted to see, but I'm like, I can't.
I can't.
So all 4 of them were at the same stage, so we just stayed put. It was pretty cool. Taking Back Sunday was awesome. That was a blast from the past for me.
Mm-hmm. What was their one big song? Why can't I remember it? That's not the name of the song, but
they had probably Make Damn Sure.
Yes. Okay. Yep.
And then Sum 41 was awesome. They killed it. And
do I know anything other than Fat Lip? I feel like I know another 1 or 2.
In Too Deep.
That's what she said.
Still Waiting. You'd probably know.
I would have to hear them, yeah.
They were pretty... They played, so they said, all right, who wants to hear some Metallica? And everybody went crazy. And they played...
And they said, psych.
Master of Puppets for like 15
Sum 41
seconds.
did? Oh, well, that's correct.
But at some kind of, I don't know if it was like the Hall of Fame or some kind of televised thing where Metallica was being, celebrated, honored for something. Sum 41 was there, and they did some cover. It may have been Master of Puppets. But they're like big in Metallica. But it was just kind of a tease. People started moshing near us, which I saw that. I'm like, nope.
Time
too old for that.
Way too old.
I mean, I was right on the precipice of it. Mm-hmm. Like I was basically where it formed.
You
were
the
like
shield
the
for
outside of the ring, and I'm like, I don't want to be here right now. So I just kind of like stuck an arm out. I was like, all right, I'll stand my ground, but whatever. And it was fine. It didn't last that long. So Jimmy Eat World, they killed it. Absolutely loved that. First time I've seen them, and I've been listening to them for
freaking 20
15 years. Yeah, a long time, but they were awesome. And then Snoop came out. So Snoop, that was the one I was on the fence of, because by the time Snoop was coming out, I was like 3 rows back. Like I was pretty far forward. And I'm like, I'd kind of rather... MGMT was the headliner on the other stage. I'm like, I'd kind of rather see them.
But you can't...
I'm going to have another chance to see MGMT probably. I'll probably never see Snoop again. I'm not going to be this close to Snoop.
Right.
So I'm like, I just got to stay put. It was cool to see him. I wasn't all that impressed.
Really?
So the only other time I've been to a rap concert
my God.
was with this guy. And it was definitely different.
Anger Management
was that in
tour.
Buffalo?
It was in Buffalo. We
that was like
we
Eminem,
stayed at a hotel.
Luda.
I want to say Busta?
Papa Roach for some reason.
Really?
There's like one rock band. Yeah, but we were just, it was in like an arena. I mean,
think
it was
Anger
fun.
Am I making that up? Was that Anger Management or was that something
Anger
else?
Management, yeah. So this was different than that,
Sorry, I'm sick.
but I don't know. I should have expected it, but like.
Okay, Please do a Michael Scott.
I'm gonna reenact the whole concert for you. I'm Snoop Dogg.
Oh boy. Yep. Yep. If you're listening on audio, you should be watching at youtube.com/2playercoop.
And that was it.
I'm gonna make sure Rasan watches this.
They basically just play his music. Like him rapping, he wasn't even rapping half the time.
Right.
He was just up there just doing this kind of like.
Did they have
thing.
his voice track going?
Yeah,
also,
I mean, yeah, for some of it. And then it was just like, and then he would just like rap a few words, and he'd just go back to smoking and just dancing. And it's just like, this is an experience. Like it's cool to see Snoop, but I'm like,
you look like
this isn't even like a
good
concert
fellow.
right now. I just knocked my microphone.
He says that's dabbing. By the way, that is not dabbing.
No. But yeah, so that was fun. I was thinking of Michael Scott because
the air came on. I just noticed that. Thank God.
We're up to 79 though.
Well, I think I still need a new thermostat. Pool House Recording Studios is going up in flames, folks.
I did have a Michael Scott moment because I was not involved, but there was a lot of stuff going on around me, and I'm like, yeah. It was interesting though. It was fun. It was a good time. I'm glad I only did the one day. But yeah, all in all, good time. So that was most of my weekend. That was the main thing I wanted to talk about, but I got others. But how was your weekend?
It was good. My niece April graduated from Memphis. Shout out to April and all the Alpha Gams. Go Squirrels.
We know they're all watching us right now.
Her friend Lindsay and the rest, all y'all subscribe. Thank you so much. I'm sure you never watched an episode, but if you do, shout out to you. And if you're actually watching, hit that comment section below and let us know that you are watching. Thanks. Appreciate it. Got to go to her graduation. Keynote speaker was former Secretary of Education.
What's his name?
Was he at Beale Street Music Fest?
I have no idea.
He was on. It was Obama's last year, from 16 to 17. He was Secretary of Education.
Oh, that's actually kind of cool.
It was, and then his speech was just like
Boring.
It was boring, but it was like political, and
Oh,
it was
God.
the world sucks right now, and all this. I'm like, oh my God, come on!
Can't escape it.
The only thing he did say, but if you're not happy, get your ass out there and vote. Thank you. Yes, you're right. Everybody should vote. France just had their election. You know what their turnout was? 74%.
Holy crap.
20 points higher than ours was.
With the most like important election we've ever had. And we could barely crack 50% of
Well, the
turnout.
problem was it was either the Joker or Two-Face, and you just had to vote for one of them.
That's true, yeah. If it was
If you
Joker
would've
versus
had-
Batman, you probably
Yes.
have a bigger turnout.
If
but-
Rubio would have gotten the nomination and not the friggin' Joker. I don't know which is Joker and which is Two-Face. I think they both are both, but whatever. We're not going to talk politics.
No.
So it was really boring, and everybody was like, oh my God, he talked for like 15 minutes. It was like not like motivational. The one speech that was good was the guy who was like speaking for the Alumni Association, which I've been a part of. I was the president of it for Geneseo, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, oh, this is going to be boring. And this guy sounded like Dr. King. Like he was so magnanimous. Is that the right word? Just boisterous. And he was just very like, he was upbeat, and he was like, come on, wake up that person next to y'all. And he was just like getting into it. And it was like, I'll donate money now because you're actually a good speaker. This is awesome.
Right.
But shout out to April. We did that yesterday. That was a lot of fun. I think that was my whole weekend. I played some games, which we'll get into here in a minute. What about you? Anything else? Oh, I did want to say, you'll never see this probably, but maybe, I don't know. If Logan, send it to Alex and tell Alex to send it to Greg. Congratulations, Greg Miller. Holy crap, that's awesome. I know we're way late here, but we recorded last
first
Monday.
time we've gotten to record.
Yeah, we recorded last Monday. All of a sudden, I go in there and I'm getting ready to post pro, and nothing's wanting to work. I'm like, let me go on Twitter. And then I see his post. He's like, so today I married at Gangster. I'm like, whoa, wait, what? In the back of my head, I'm like, well, she immigrated here.
Right.
She's not going to come over here just for her boyfriend. Like, it's going to have to be very serious.
You knew it
like,
was coming.
She was leaving her job in Montreal and all that, but I didn't expect it to just happen. I mean, good for them.
That's awesome. I'm a little jealous because that sounds a lot better than
Planning a
actually
wedding.
planning a wedding.
Yeah.
So Shout out to Greg Miller. He
Yeah.
did it the right way.
Or you could also do it like
but-
Sarah and Terry did. Shout out Sarah and Terry and just go to go to Jamaica and get married there.
I mean, that sounds good too.
That
all
still
sounds
requires
good
some.
to me.
That still requires some planning. You'll be fine. What else?
Question
Oh, there was something about that I want to say now.
for you guys.
He's pointing to you out there. If you're listening, you should be at youtube.com/2playercoop. Like and subscribe. Remember what I said. Like the video. Very important. Thank you.
So this is really just going out to the viewers, not the listeners.
Hey, listeners.
So we went out to dinner Saturday night, and for at least the third separate occasion, and it's probably more than that now, I was told...
Oh, God, you're doing this again.
Wait, have I done this before?
You've talked about this on the podcast before, yes.
Okay, well, I just want to... Multiple times now, I've been told that I am a dead ringer, not the exact words, but Christian Bale. What do you think?
Hockey pads. I'm not wearing hockey pads. Swear to him, swear to me.
This is that was my Broforce Batman voice with a little bit of big buzz in there too.
Oh, God. But yeah, apparently I'm a dead ringer for Christian Bale. I'll start signing autographs one of these days. Hasn't happened yet though, but
Well, it still hasn't gone to the level that one time that one chick at Steak and Shake
refused to believe.
She refused to believe that I was not Brad Paisley, and it was just funny.
I don't see.
I kind of see it when I have my crappy like my pube stash growing out and stuff. And if I had like a cowboy hat on, maybe, but like this one girl, we were at Steak and Shake, me and my dad one time, and I hadn't showered, I hadn't shaved in a few days, and I was in between jobs. I left one job, was going to another, and we were putting down flooring, and we went to get lunch, and this girl just was like, "Do you listen to country music?" And I'm like, "Oh God, here we go," because I had heard it a couple times.
Oh,
also
you
from
already
people.
knew where
Yeah.
she was going.
She's like, "Because you look just like Brad Paisley," and I was like, "I'm not." I was like, "Okay, yeah, I've heard that a couple times."
Like, if she was so positive that you were Brad Paisley, why would she open with, "Do you listen to..." Why wouldn't you be like, "Oh, you're Brad Paisley"?
I don't know.
Like, why?
She ended up making me take her picture, picture with her.
So you're
Dad
out there.
played-
You're out there on Twitter somewhere right now.
Dad played
Picture
all
with Brad
along.
Paisley.
Dad played along with it. He was like, "Show her your license." I was like, "I don't have my license. I left it at home." Dad's like, "Oh, like thanks a lot, Dad." Yeah. So he doesn't look like Christian Bale. I don't. See
I look.
and my
like,
dad
I look
said
like
he didn't
Christian
see it
Bale
either.
more than you look like.
I don't think either of us look
Brad
like either
Paisley.
of them. So yeah, hit the comment section and tell us if he looks like Batman or Bruce Wayne. The other thing I was going to say, so this is interesting. Greg finally posted an update about PS I Love You XOXO. Did you watch this or listen to it?
I haven't. No.
It's gone, which it should be,
Yeah.
because I feel, and I love the new podcast Beyond. I've grown to love it with Max and Brian and Alana, and sometimes Marty, sometimes Goldfarb, sometimes whoever else is in there. But they couldn't continue this. Like, I wouldn't want to listen to it. But then he does the thing that just annoys the stuff out of me, is like
What's it?
the what's it out of me. Hey, that's a big pile of what's it over there. Shout out to Homestar Runner. He says, but it's going away. That's the bad news. But the good news is something is kind of coming in its place, and we're going to announce it at Kind of Funny Live 3.
So they're gonna have the show that's the same thing without Colin with a different name.
With like, but what are they going to do? What I hope they do, and I've been like on Reddit, and a lot of people have been agreeing with me and stuff, that Gamescast right now sucks. It's horrible. No offense to Tim. That podcast is just, I don't even listen to it anymore. It's just like, it's just treading water. Because they do
Pretty
the
much
stupid,
all I ever watch now is just the morning show.
well,
And even
because
then, I watch
I
maybe
haven't
once
watched.
a week.
I tuned in the day after they got married, just because, but that was it. It's just like, because they do the Patreon thing with the 4 episodes, and like they record it. People that aren't on Patreon are always a week behind. So whatever they're talking about, hit the microphone, is completely out of date. I wouldn't mind a PS I Love You. I hope Gamescast turns into PS I Love You, and this is going to sound bad, but maybe don't have Tim host it, because Tim, I love you, Tim, but it's just Nintendo.
Yeah.
Nintendo. I would love it. They're not, obviously, they're not going to hire any big names or anything like that. So I don't know what they're going to do, but the whole, you got to wait till Kind of Funny Live is just, that's really annoying.
Yeah.
And a lot of people were annoyed. It's like, 500 people or something get to go to that, whatever. I don't know how much it is. Logan's going. Shout out to Logan. I'd love to go. It's just not definitely not in the cards this year.
Yeah.
That sucks. And it'll come out and it'll be on Twitter and everything. It's just kind of annoys me. But PS I Love You XOXO is gone and it should be. So I'm happy about that.
Yeah.
We'll see what comes next. What have you been playing this week, Sean? And again, I'm sick, so I'm sorry. I'm about to cough. Sean, what have you been playing?
So before I get into what I've been playing, what I've been watching, I saw Guardians. I know you haven't seen it yet.
God, yeah. Yes.
So we can't talk about it, but I saw
you
Guardians.
Can give your review, spoiler free. I'll be going on Tuesday with you.
I loved it. It was really good. I don't know that it's as good as the first one.
The first one was
even though
lightning in
I've seen
bottle.
a lot of people online saying it is. I'm like, I don't
See,
know.
I haven't. I've
Maybe
seen a
I'm
lot
in
of
the
people
minority.
saying- no, I've seen a lot of people like you that it's really good. The first was better, but that's kind of a given because the
Right.
first was so like I've said on here when I walked out of the first one, the first thing I said to Dad was, "I feel bad for Star Wars."
Yeah. It was really good. You if you like the Marvel movies, you have to see it. It's a no-brainer. I don't think it's as good as the first, but that's not necessarily anything bad.
Right.
I laughed my butt off through it. It was just really, really good.
Excuse me.
Maybe things will... I'll stay spoiler-free, so don't worry. Maybe things will make more sense later, but as of right now, I don't really see how basically anything that went down in that movie ties to the bigger picture. I'll say that.
Oh,
That was like
really?
my one complaint. I'm like, how does
they're
this...
in Infinity War, so
No,
how the
yeah,
hell does it
yeah.
not? That's weird.
But it just didn't seem like it really furthered the big MCU story. I don't know. But no, I loved it. If you haven't seen it already, go see it. It's very, very good. And it's hilarious. I know Nick, shout out to Nick. He said he laughed a lot. He even cried. I didn't cry.
Oh, he did get to see it finally? I know
Yeah.
he didn't go opening night.
I didn't cry, but there's one part where I was like, I mean, I was nowhere near crying, but it was like, I was like, oh no, like, you know, one of those kinds of things. But yeah, I don't know. It was really, really good. I'll leave it at that. And then I'm sure next week's episode, we'll talk a little more about it, but very good. Go see it if you haven't already.
Guardians brought in $145 million this weekend. Marvel's 15th straight number one opening, $428 million worldwide. I don't know what they were projecting. I feel like that's pretty damn good. It's less than
Seems pretty good.
less than Batman versus Superman. I know it's better. You don't even have to tell me. 145 million. Because that's one of the. I think the original one brought in like 90 or 95 because nobody knew.
Right. Yeah.
Like I didn't see it till 2 or 3, maybe 4 weeks after it came out or something. I finally did, and I was like, because Rasan was bugging the hell out of me, like, go see it, go see it, go see it. And then I finally did it. I was like, oh my God, I hate saying this, but you were right. You were 100% right. This movie was, awesome.
One thing I will say, I loved Groot in the first one. Baby Groot, 10 times better.
Really?
Maybe it's just I haven't seen the first one in a while, but I'm like, I love Baby Groot. I love me some Baby Groot more than adult Groot.
I liked in the first one. I liked Drax better than Groot. I thought he stole the show more than
Yeah,
Groot
I guess
did.
that's the main thing. Baby Groot, even though all he says is I am Groot, Baby Groot has more personality than adult Groot. But
he
Drax
emotes when he
steals
says
it. It's so good. It's really good. Let me know when you guys go see it because I may go again.
I think we're going Tuesday night because there's no baseball Tuesday night, so that's the plan as of now. And Jess doesn't have anything going. She's got class Monday night.
You're on with the kids and everybody.
I don't know. Well, I asked them, and they're like, I said, do you guys want to go see Guardians? They could be like, yeah. And they're like, back to my stupid iPad game. I'm like, well, okay.
Well.
But they never saw the first one. I don't.
Oh.
They might have watched it with Poppy once. I can't remember. Maybe. But Dad is all about it. He wants to see it. So
Yeah.
We'll go Tuesday.
I may
and
go
we'll,
again.
We'll go from there. So
Yeah. What have I been playing?
sorry.
So mainly some Mario Kart. I tried getting in on I don't even know who hosts it. I heard about it from
We the Nerdy.
Sean Capri at We the Nerdy. There's like a Mario Kart tournament this weekend. They did it last weekend too. I was on there Saturday. I couldn't, anytime I got on, this is the first time I've tried doing a tournament, unless I think there's like maybe there's like a minimum number of people, but unless you have so many people, nothing happened. I mean, they're not going to have you race by yourself,
you can't race
obviously.
with like 2 people, yeah.
So I never even got to race. I thought they were going all weekend. Anytime I was on, nobody was on. Then I saw Greg posted a thing last night.
Did you hop
He
in
started
there?
a tournament, so I got on that. I did a couple races.
Did you get to face him?
I never saw him,
Okay.
no. I don't know if it's just me. I've heard some rumblings, but I haven't really like read too much into it. Mario Kart Online is almost unplayable.
I've heard a lot of people are having
I got
issues
disconnected
with it.
after every single
Yeah.
race, and I had to go back in. I'm like, this is so annoying.
I saw a lot of articles saying there were no online issues with Mario Kart 8 on Wii U, and now Deluxe on Switch is just broken. I did 2 races online. I was like, I'm bored. It was Saturday.
I think I've done a total of 5 or 6 races online, and literally, I think I've been disconnected. I've never gotten to do 2 races in a row without being disconnected.
Mine were fine. I finished 4th and 5th in 150. I was like, that's about as good as I can hope for because I'm not
Right.
that good at it.
Yeah.
I still can't. The drifting is hard.
I haven't won a race yet. I think I topped out at 3rd or 4th.
Yeah.
But when I played Mario Kart Wii online, I was really good at that. And I think I probably just don't know the tracks yet.
Well, yeah. I mean, you've played it for
But-
what? 3, like maybe 5 hours at the most.
Yeah. So I don't know. I'll get there, I'm sure. But it's a lot of fun. But online is just not what it should be right now. And I know I'm not the only one. I don't know if
Oh no,
everybody
it's
has
been
as
all
much
over the place.
difficulties I do with it. But
Yeah.
also, I downloaded, as I know you did too,
Oh, I didn't try it yet.
NBA Playgrounds. I did one online match. I won.
Well, I'll be.
I was down. First of all, it's just like one. I mean, it's a game, but it's just one. You don't play quarters. It was like a
like
5-minute
21 or
game or
something.
7-minute
Oh, okay.
game or something. And when that's done, it's done. I was down like 18-6 or something. And I came back and won like 21-20 or something like that. I just finally figured it out. It's very much like NBA Jam, except it's almost like they tried to do too much with it. Like before, all you need is like when you're on offense, a button that shoots, and when you're on defense, that same button goes for a block.
Right.
When you're on offense, a pass button, and when you're on defense, that same button tries to steal.
I don't like where you're going with this.
Now it's like you have a turbo. You have to like hold L2 and pass in order to throw an alley-oop. You have to. There's like the buttons don't do the same what they do on offense. They don't do the corresponding thing on defense.
Like shoot doesn't block.
Right. Shoot steals. A different button altogether goes for rebounds, which basically means jump, which I
That should
assume
be the
that's
same thing
what
as
you
block.
do to block. And
That's what Noah has NBA Jam on the PS3. He loved it because he played on the iPad first, and then we got it from him on the
Yeah.
PlayStation. It's controls like that. I know you've got to hold L2. It's like NBA 2K controls. Or
It's like
something.
they're trying to do too much with it. You can now do like crossovers and stuff with the
With the
right
right.
stick. It's like this. If you're gonna make an arcade basketball game, go full arcade. Don't try to make it all simulation. It was kind of fun, and I think I could get the hang of it. However, I think we were all duped, and if not, shame on us. Shame on them for.
because it didn't say demo.
I think they knew exactly what they were doing. I had no interest in that game until I saw I could get it for free. So I downloaded it. And now it's just a demo. I'm like, well, I already have it. I might as well play it. A game that I never would have played before. And I'm not going to end up buying the full thing, I don't think.
It doesn't sound
But
like
to
I am
me,
either.
that just to put the game out there, don't say demo anywhere. Just put it out
Yeah.
there randomly. People are going to flock to it thinking, ooh, I'm going to get this game for free when I shouldn't be. I might as well.
Yeah, that's true. Because
I think,
the way,
I don't know, maybe I'm a big conspiracy theorist.
No.
I think that was done on purpose.
I could agree with that because if you every other time they've got a demo on PSN, every time I've seen it, you go to the actual game, it'll say add to cart, save for later, or add to cart, add to wish list, try free demo, and you click try free demo and you
Right.
get a demo of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it didn't say demo anywhere in there. And even Wario got confused. Even Wario got tricked,
Yeah.
I mean.
Speaking of which, also right before I came over, because I forgot I downloaded it, I played for about 5 minutes. They finally released a Master Blaster
Oh,
Blaster
I meant to
Master
tell you that. I'm
Zero
glad you saw it. Okay.
demo.
How was
So I
it?
downloaded that. I played it for like 5 minutes before I came over here. It's more or less what I remember the original Nintendo game being. I may have to give this game. I mean, it's $10.
It's $10,
Why not? But
yeah.
it's pretty cool. I had forgotten all of the. I mean, I've seen screenshots and stuff, but I forgot. There's really like 3 elements of the game. There's like the vehicle. There's the outside of the vehicle with your little person,
then there's
you
like
go into like
3D
the
or
levels,
something?
and there's like a zoomed in top down thing where you fight like
Okay.
big bosses
Big
and
bosses.
stuff. And I don't know. For $10, I may have to pick it up. I'll play the demo a little more, but the few minutes I got to play, it seems pretty cool. So I may have to pick that one up. But yeah, that's all I've been playing. What about you?
Yeah, I mean, you probably should pick up Master Blaster Zero, but you know what other game you should pick up, Sean? Horizon Zero Dawn! I backed up from the microphone. I hope it didn't blow your ears up too much. I am now all the way through to the final mission. This game got its hooks in me. Apparently, it's the time that Nick and Logan both told me that it got their hooks in them too. They're like, I need to this game is amazing now. Like
Yeah.
it went from being really, really good and like great game just because it's fun to play and it's interesting story to where it hooks you and everything. And you find out about the robot dinosaurs and everything that happened. I'm not going to spoil anything for you. When you finally realize what actually happened, it makes so much sense. It makes so much sense. But then there's also like, there's politics plays into it, and not only why there's the robot dinosaurs, but why the humans that are there have resorted to this tribal lifestyle with technology, obviously, and all this. Why that happened, you find out that also, and it's just like. So I'm through the penultimate, which is one of my favorite words, episode. By the way, that always sounds like it should be the last.
I always thought I thought penultimate meant like just unbelievable like this is just the ultimate thing.
It is the penultimate.
But this is the penultimate. Like, and then I'm like, oh no, it just means one
before ultimate. Yeah. So it's like, would Metal Gear Solid 2 be the pen Metal Gear Solid to Metal Gear Solid 3? Anyways, I don't know.
This would be the ultimate pen.
Pen to the pen. So anyways, story is amazing. I now know basically everything, and now Aloy is like, I'm gonna win the game. I am now so overpowered that it's awesome. That now so I've got one more mission. I've still got all the collectibles. I got to do like kill this thing 3 times, do this 10 times, kill enemies 10 ways this way. I'm like, I'm getting the platinum in this game. I haven't gotten a platinum in a while. I'm getting the platinum in this game. But what I will probably do, because there's some side quests you don't have to do, but there's a trophy that pops before the final mission that I'm guessing also will make the final mission easier if you do these like 8 or 9 side quests, and I'm through about 4 of them, and 4 of them are like, you do this one, okay, now this one opens up, now this one's open up now. So you do them in order. So I'm going to definitely do that. There's 4 sets of collectibles. I'm not even going to tell you what the collectibles are because I want you to find all that out. There's 4 of them. I've gotten one of them. I've gotten all of them. One of them, I've got 4 more to do out of like 10. One of them has 6, which I haven't gotten any of those yet, but there's only 6, so it won't be that bad. The other one, there's 30, and I've gotten like 16 of those. I'm probably going to get all the collectibles, do the side quests. I'm going to save the hunting ground things. That's not spoiler, but you've heard about them. Like, beat these many, deer dinosaurs in 20 seconds to get the platinum, whatever. There's like 15 of those hunting grounds. So I'm going to do that probably after, because I do want to get to the end, but I want to do as much as I can before I get the ending, then see where I'm at. It's so good. This game is so good. Any other year without a Breath of the Wild, I'm like, good luck to everybody else the rest of the year topping this for Game of the Year. But it is like, I didn't think it was even going to come as close in my mind to Breath of the Wild as it is right now. Yeah. Because the story is so good. The gameplay is better in Breath of the Wild. It's better.
Yeah.
Just having a story pretty much makes it a better story than Breath of the Wild. That's every Zelda game. But this story is so good, especially when you get deep into it. It's so good. So good. So I am almost done with Horizon Zero Dawn. I'll probably beat it by the time we record next week. And have more thoughts for you. So you've got to play this game.
So I have a question.
Yes.
And we could do a whole show on this, so we won't go too far down in the rabbit hole. But
is that from Alice in Wonderland, that phrase?
I don't know if it started. It probably did.
Or did they make Alice in Wonderland because of that phrase? Somebody research that and let us know. Anyways, continue.
Where does Aloy rank? I'm not talking about the games. I'm talking about characters. Because Nick made it sound like she was like one of the all-time great characters.
I don't know how this game
I know
ends.
she's behind like Big Boss.
I don't know how to rank her.
Boss.
Big Boss is probably my favorite character of all time. Way more than Solid Snake. Just because Solid Snake is just a clone and he's just
like
a
I
good
said,
guy
by the time
all
I got to like Metal Gear Solid 5, I'm like, I don't really care about Solid Snake anymore. Big Boss is where
it's the story. Metal Gear is the story of Big Boss.
Right.
I don't know where she ranks, but she is way up there. I love her as a character. Logan had a lot of issues with her and the way she interacted with other people and everything in the game. Not really the game's story so much as the way she interacted with people. I haven't seen that. I have fallen in love with this character. Not in a weird way. I'm just like, I love Aloy. She's great. I don't know how this game ends. I'm sure there will be more games.
Speaking of Logan, we're going to have a surprise mystery guest. You'll never guess who here in a couple
2
weeks.
episodes from now.
So
We're
stay
very
tuned
excited
for that.
about it. I don't know who it could be.
It could be anybody.
It could be Wolverine.
It could be.
We are. It's going to be awesome. We're going to have a lot of fun. She's way up there. I love her as a character. I wish she was animated better when she's talking because it still drives me nuts. That's the only, and the fact that I can't climb everything.
Well, yeah.
Just the animations, because it's just like I've said it in the past. I think if you've ever seen Fallout, where it's like, I'm going to talk to you now, and then it's going to switch. The camera's going to go, no, I'm going to talk to you now, and now I'm going to talk to you now. It's like, it reminds me of Uluru. It reminds me when you're talking to that stupid pterodactyl. Yeah. And sometimes, and then she'll wait there, and sometimes the character's eyes will go like, yeah, Aloy, why don't you go and do that? And their eyes will like roll back in their heads, and I'm like, I can't take you seriously right now. So I will say I'm glad I haven't beat this game yet, or I'm not done with the game yet, because a patch is coming out this week. Mark that down. A lot of improvements. This is crazy. This game's now been out for 3 months, 2.5 months. Big patch coming this week. Very.
patch.
I did leave out one thing in here, one in the patch notes, because I didn't want you to see it. It's just about something in the game, and it wouldn't really be a spoiler, but I didn't say that. But you know what I'm talking about. Something gets even better, or it's. You know what I'm talking about. Some of these are better than others. Improve photo mode. I've never cared about photo mode till this game. I haven't taken a lot of pictures, but I have taken some. This game is just.
You didn't take any
beautiful.
Link selfies?
I never did once. I was too busy. I just want to find stuff.
Yeah,
We'll talk about that in a minute too. New poses for Aloy, new filters. She can look at the camera. You can do greetings from and more camera control. You can make her do the Taylor Swift heart. I saw Sony posted that. I thought that was hilarious. That'll get you to play the game right there. Her hair looks amazing. You can now, so as you go through the game, you kill the robot dinosaurs, you get their stuff. You can sell their stuff. You can either use their stuff to craft weapons and items and stuff, or you can sell it to merchants to get money. Now, it used to be, so you can be like, if I get this heart from this dinosaur, it's worth 20 shards.
Yeah.
Or I could also use this to craft something. But as late as I am in the game, I'm like, I don't need to craft anything else. I can sell pretty much anything except whatever. But it used to be, if you had like 20 of one thing, you couldn't just do sell all. You had to open it. You had to do sell multiple. Then you had to move it over, and then you had to hold it and push sell. Now you can just hold square, and you can sell the whole thing. They're adding filters to the map. That's good. Because right now, if you zoom out, you see everything. I just want to see tallnecks, or I just want to see cauldrons, or I just want to see missions, or whatever. You'll be able to do that. My favorite thing about this update, you will have the option to now hide headgear for Aloy. So you've got all these different outfits you can buy. They would make the game a lot easier because they buff up your stealth or your attack or defense or whatever. Except a lot of the super powerful ones, Aloy's got this bit like this helmet that just goes out to here and like comes down over her face, and it's just like it's like picture Snake in the crocodile hat in Metal Gear Solid 3. She looks stupid. I'm like, I'm not going to buy them because I don't want her to look stupid. Now I can buy them and make her not look stupid. You can categorize and sort your inventory. That's big. These are good. So now there's categories in the crafting menu that are coming. You get a green check mark for categories that are completely finished. So if you've maxed something out, crafting it, like if you, like your weapons satchel, if you max out how much ammo you can carry, it'll now have a green check mark. So you don't go in there every time and be like, oh, can I get any more? Oh, crap. You'll have a white icon next to categories that have that something can be crafted based on what's in your inventory. So you don't have to go in there and just wonder. That's good. And a gray icon for categories that have no recipes that can be crafted. So if there's nothing in there, you'd be like, okay, I don't even need to open it if I'm trying to do something. You can now press triangle to mark when you're selling stuff again. You can press triangle. You can mark more than one thing at a time to sell. That's good. Gameplay time is now added to the statistics menu like every game should have. You can tell your gameplay time in this because when you do a manual save, it shows it there. But I don't want to have to save to see how long I've been playing. I'm at like 34 hours now, I think. And I'll probably get the platinum between 40 and 45 hours. Probably 45.
That's not bad.
No. What else? Tutorials are different. You can finally change the X and Y sensitivity, which should have been there all the time, and you can add Spanish language support for North American copies of Horizon Zero Dawn. The game is amazing. Any other year, if there was no Breath of the Wild, man.
This is better than Metal Gear Solid 5.
It's got a better story. I'm so far removed from it that I almost forget how much fun I had playing that game before it got to the end where I was like, oh, more wandering soldiers.
Yeah.
Oh, target practice. Oh my God. Like I almost forget how much fun and how that game played perfectly. So my answer is I don't know yet.
Yeah.
I got to get more removed from it.
That's fair.
I do think this summer might be tough. I'm not gonna cough on you. You're like, good reaction time.
It's like Han shooting Greedo.
I'm almost like, yeah, except George Lucas makes my head go. I think I'm almost to the point because I think this summer we're gonna have a gap.
I hope so.
Trust me, I'm exhausted.
You may have a gap.
You got to play
just remembered
this.
I got to play this, but I got
Final Fantasy too.
Final Fantasy 12 coming out in July.
That's in July. You got to get this game.
I'm going to have to finish it
Even if you
then.
don't platinum it, you can beat this game in 25 hours or so.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to have to do it before Final Fantasy.
See, because I don't have Final Fantasy. The only thing I've got, and we don't know when it's coming out, summer game is Sonic Mania, which could be any time. Who knows when it's coming out? And Uncharted's coming out in August. So I've got a gap from whenever I beat this until August.
Right.
I kind of think I want to start a new save in Metal Gear. I just wish they had New Game Plus so I could start with the stealth suit and all the weapons and all that. It's going to be tough going back to nothing. Just Snake and his fatigues.
What do you miss by just loading up your old save and just doing each mission? Do you really? I mean, isn't that basically New Game Plus?
Yeah, you're right. None of that. You don't get any of the story side missions though. That's the one thing I always say. The yellow side ops that actually had story content you would have to do to unlock the story missions.
Yeah, that's true.
But I kind of want the challenge of doing it again.
Right, yeah.
I don't know. It's crazy. It's a year and a half since that game came out. I don't even know how that happened.